So it's NG1 exam day, you have read your paper, and you've got some questions that say, based on the scenario only. What the hell does that mean? Well, it means that your question and your answers have to be taken from the scenario. And these are the easiest questions. They're just a gift. You should answer these ones first, definitely. Let's take a look at one. It says, based on the scenario only. So like only, it's like don't get your answers from anywhere else. Don't look at course materials, don't look at books. The answers are literally in the scenario. Based on the scenario only, what are the indicators of health and safety culture in the organization? Now, maybe you don't understand what indicators of culture are. Maybe you've forgotten, you skipped that part of the course. Maybe. So it might be a good idea to look at your course materials just to refresh your memory as to what on earth is this talking about. Let's take a look at the Compassa course materials on health and safety culture. There's a nice video with Jeremy Clarkson on the front. Let's not watch the video. Let's just go straight to the page, indicators of an organization's health and safety culture. And we've got a massive list of negative indicators and positive indicators. And so good indicators are when accidents are low or decreasing, high levels of reporting, sickness absence is low, good levels of compliance, workers are satisfied, complaints are acted on with urgency, right? So they're all the positive stuff. And then you've got a lot of negative stuff. So these are the things that we're looking for in the scenario. You can't just copy that list and put it on your answer sheet. You can't just do that. I mean, this would be cheating, but let's just imagine if you just took all of that list and you just whacked it in your answer sheet there. Bang. There you go. First of all, it looks like it's being copied. You're going to get reported for cheating. And none of that is based on the scenario. So let's just see what the scenario says, shall we? Now, I did say in a previous video that we should do a shopping list of answers. Let's look at this particular scenario. So I think we've looked at this one before. So we've got here, it is, it's a legally compliant organization. Great, there's a good cultural thing. Organizations are legally compliant. I'm going to whack that in there. I'm going to skip a line. I'm going to say it, absence and sickness rates are low. There you go, that's an indicator of a culture. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to copy and paste that in there. Now I'm going to do more than just copy and paste stuff, but here I'm just making a shopping list of things I want to talk about. I'm going to say the organization listens to workers. That's a good one. Put that on another line. There we go. Notice how I'm bullet pointing. I'm kind of bullet pointing the answers. I'm separating them out into like paragraphs. Each one is a separate point. I'm not whacking it all into one massive paragraph. That doesn't work. We don't do paragraph answers. We like to break things up, and it forces you to write a full answer. I'm going to put one more in here. The organization takes pride in recording low accident and incident rates. Okay, we'll do that and we'll stop there. Now the question was originally for 20 marks. Let's just have a quick look. So 20 marks. So I need to find 20 positive or negative indicators to talk about. And there might be 25 or 30 in there in total. Try and find as many as you can and put them in. Now, for each one, that isn't enough of an answer. I've been a bit lazy there, just copying and paste it in. What I'm going to do now is add a bit of detail. I've said in a previous video, you need 20 to 30 words. That's not a rule, that's not a NEBOSH rule. No examiner is going to count how many words you've used. But in my opinion, most people need 20 to 30 words to fully explain, fully articulate the point they're trying to make. And that's what gets you the mark, you showing you understand. So let's try and put some extra words on this. So it's a legally compliant organization, which is positive because organizations with a good culture tend to comply with the law. There we go. Accident and sickness rates, absence and sickness rates are low. This is a positive indicator. It's not a spelling test, but still, it's a positive indicator because people are not being harmed or made sick by work. Notice there's a spelling mistake there, and no one cares. As long as we can understand what you're writing, no one cares. Or made sick by work. The organization listens to workers. Let's change our answer a bit, shall we? Shall we say a negative culture would refuse to listen. Instead, this organization is humble enough to listen to its staff. They raise concerns. We could say raise concerns. So we could change that a little bit, couldn't we? We could say workers feel comfortable to raise concerns. They are not afraid of blame or reprisals for raising health and safety issues, and responds professionally to external complaints. So we could say the organization responds professionally to external complaints. Again, they are humble enough to listen and act on complaints when they are made. Okay, so that's kind of the sort of way of answering these types of questions. It's based on a scenario only. So you go through the scenario, you find all of the relevant bits that you need to talk about, you put that in your answer as like a shopping list, and then you add some additional detail to demonstrate your understanding. And you should be aiming for like 1 or 2 lines. You know, try and go for like a couple of lines should be enough. That's 20 to 30 words. Anyway, hope that was useful.